Hey OTC, how are you? Try to get everything fixed here. How's your day? The moon is so low in the horizon that I can't get the telescope on it. Yeah, I got 2 lives up right now. Testing a few of those settings here. Good time to test settings. Good time to test settings. I want to grab a telescope and take it out, but with the chance of rain around, I just kind of worried me. Hi Kake, how are you? Hi Angela. How are you, Angela? Let me pull that over here. This over here. Some wispy clouds coming by. Right next to the moon, though. I love this camera. This camera is so dang fast. And what would be beautiful is if we had a nice meteor go through the sky right about here as well. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Good to see you this morning, by the way. Good to see you this morning, by the way. If I get my other screen part up, there we go. Yeah, definitely good to see you today. Hi, unraveling, or unnerving. How are you? Have a day from here. Ooh, Finland. Welcome in, Finland. How are you? How is Finland? I won't lie, the horizontal looks so much better when it comes to this type of view. I mean, it looks so much better. But anyways, I was going to take a scope out outside the observatory, go for the moon, like the 8SE, one of these telescopes up here. But we have a lot of rain chances around, and I don't want to be fighting stuff if things were to happen. The moon is so bright, yeah. This camera is super sensitive, like really, really sensitive. It's really sensitive, so it picks up an insane amount of light. I actually have it turned down because of the moon, but it picks up a lot of light. Does a really good job. See, the winds are really calm though. The trees really ain't swaying back and forth. And by the way, can you hear the outside microphone? I can't hear it. It is not coming in for me at all tonight. Usually I can hear it, but tonight I am not hearing it. Kind of weird. Like I don't hear it at all. I don't even see it. Had to get some rest. Sounds good, brother. Looking at you earlier, right? That's correct. It's so freaking insane. They're really bright. Yeah, I would agree. I definitely agree. I don't know why I can't hear the outside microphone. Does this sound okay? Made the night sky slightly blue. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's really crazy. That's really crazy. Why is the audio not coming through? Always something. Always something. Always something. I got no clue. You're on a nice door. I'm very turbulent air. Very turbulent tonight. Change after. Yeah, it would. But then we miss a lot of the other stuff that we're looking at. I kind of enjoy looking at the sky at times, getting to see some of the stars around the clouds. The moon being a little bit bright, just side effect of doing that. I don't know anything you're speaking about when it comes to a smell like that, bud. I really don't. I really don't know anything you're speaking of there. Sorry. Yeah, I don't have an answer. How's the outside microphone sound, though? Can you guys hear anything? Is it just me that can't hear anything? I don't even know why I can't hear it. How I'm feeling about Artemis 2? I'm excited for today. I'm excited for the splashdown today. Super exciting. Super exciting, actually. Yeah, I'm super excited for it. You can only hear me. What the heck? The gain's maxed up. Yeah, I see it moving. Hi, Chandler. How are you? That person must drive it forward. Yep. That's so funny. Good morning, Teggy. Good morning, Eva. Pitching 4 kilometers above. It's crazy windy. Yep. Yep, that's part of being in Kansas City. The jet stream loves to dip down on us. Loves to dip down. I don't know why the audio's not coming in, though. Try this, and then this. And then, you know what's so weird? I just swapped it to the other microphone. I swapped it back to the other microphone. I'm not hearing anything now. Wonder if I should unplug that microphone and get it. You go to bed, Desi. What are you doing, by the way? Saw you were live. When I joined for a bit before I head to bed. I hear you. I hear you. It's 5:07. I took like an hour long nap and woke up. Robin, New Zealand, welcome in. Astronomical stargazing. Philippines. Megadong. Gabipo. What's up? Welcome to the stream. I don't know why that microphone did not turn on, but now I want to unplug it and plug it back in. That's kind of what I want to do. Give me 2 seconds here. Let's see if that one actually works. Oh, I can't see crap. I can't even see anything out there. I need to turn on the lights out here. All right, 2 seconds. Did it ever start working or no? Don't think I managed to get there. Did the microphone ever kick on or no? I didn't hear anything come through though. Try that. I don't know why half my stuff never wants to work. Galaxy earbuds. Did not kick on. Huh. Super weird. Let me just turn to monitor only. Oh, you really did? Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. That's super awesome. Let me try it one more time to see what I can do. I think all my settings are where if it works, I should hear it. I'm just not sure what it's doing though. Kind of a weird position too, based on where the camera's at. The camera's actually sitting on top of that microphone. That's part of the tripod, so whatever. Let me try it again. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure why it ain't kicking in. That sucks. The birds are chirping like crazy. Hi, Billy. How are you? Nothing. We tried over here. Huh. Someone have a frying pan. Bro. I kind of want to try to send the telescope over to it. To the moon to see if we can get any eyes on it in a way. Mars visible tonight? No, it's really close to the moon. Like really, really close to the moon. Really close to the moon. Should we try to send the telescope off to the moon and see if we can see anything? Thing is, like the roof is like right here, and the telescope is barely going to have a little bit of the view above it. So it's not going to be like crazy, crazy awesome, but we'd be able to see a little bit of the moon. We can see it's kind of in between the trees here. That'd be worthy. The roof. The roof is on fire. The wolf. Roof. The roof. The roof. The roof. Alright, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to send the telescope there. Let me send it. Let's do it. Let me make sure I don't hit anything. Train Nebulous strikes again every single time. Every single time. Hi, Shane from Australia. Welcome in. How are you? How's Australia? We moving? We aren't yet. Alright, let me see if I can get the telescope to take off. Actually, what just crashed? I don't know. Oh, we're not parked. I'm parked. There we go. The moon. And go. See if it takes off. Alright, 2 seconds. Let me see what happens here. Let's see if it goes. Let me go ahead and take that camera down though. Let me take that camera down. Let me move us over here. I'll get us pulled up on the telescope in just a second. We should be good. Alright, let's try right here. See what happens. I don't know how this is going to go. Let's see how this works. Let's see if I can pull up the video for our telescope. Hopefully we get a view. Hopefully. Camera's not connected. Everything today. It's like everything is having issues. Any light in there though, I can't see nothing. It's pitch dark. Try it this way. Alright, let me try. Okay. I like the 11 inches. There's like literally like maybe 1.5 inches like pointing above the observatory. Like our view's gonna be kind of wild, but we'll see what happens here. Should be kind of cool. Alright. Let me move us over to the moon. Wow, some of that gain. Let us simmer. I'm gonna let it settle down for a second here. Guess I need to pull it in though for y'all, huh? Kind of want to see it. Sure you guys want to see the moon. Let me make sure it's set position properly here. Let me rotate it. Extend it. Fit the screen. So we got a lot of we'll have to do some stuff here. Make sure we stabilize. slow it down. We'll do some focus next here. Let's adjust our colors, make it a little easier to see. Now you guys get to see what I do usually before I go live. Get kind of that first-hand view. Alright, now it's kind of stable. I'm going to look at the focuser. And we're going to find a region. Here, we're going to try to focus in on it. See which way we need to go. I'm going to push this really fast to, I think, 30,000, roughly. See if that's the right direction. And we'll come back the other way. Just kind of watching it, see if it starts to clear up. Which looks like we are. Looks like we're going in the right direction. Hey, Real, what's up, buddy? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, it's looking a lot better already. We'll keep pushing it, though. Probably go to like 40,000. It's going to be somewhere within this range, though. We're not too far from it. We just got to know when to just pause. Because at some point, the atmosphere is just going to be the atmosphere. And this is actually really close. It's not too bad. They kind of slow us down on the movement. Really calm down. Look at the impact craters tonight, though. Beautiful, ain't it? Let me see if I can get rid of some of that gain. Bring that back up to where it's supposed to be. Instead of gain, what we'll do is we'll go here, here. Okay, how's it look? Is it okay? What are you doing, Ro? Trying to see how close you can get? Oh, we can get much closer. You want to go for it? Want to go for it tonight? The atmosphere ain't that great, though. If we had better seeing conditions, it'd be great. Back up just a bit and see kind of like the whole view that I have right now. There you go. It's like basically the entire view that we have currently. He called a hologram. Nice. There's Clavis way on the very, let's see if I can pull Clavis in. Right here by me is going to be Clavis Impact Crater. Got Tycho just to the right. But that's a really big one. That's like right here. With some odd minutes, it's going to be Clavis. Down in near the center is going to be Tycho. Wildly, yeah. Anytime you got this much zoom, it can be pretty crazy. Let me track on the moon. There we go. Let's take a look at Tycho, though. Let's go check out Tycho. Let's see if we can do a region of interest here. I want to really zoom us in on the camera. By doing that, then we can do a live stack. Let's see if live stacking works. Don't need that. We need stabilization. We're going to do surface. Let it kind of do its thing. Adjust everything here. Oh, it's super bright though. Check that out. Really gorgeous. You can tell, or isn't. You can tell or isn't real. I don't know what you mean to. I honestly don't know what you're saying. Honestly don't know what you're saying, bro. Are you Seto? That's horrible, man. Dare, buddy. Dare. Places to go for that. Never gets old. I agree. I definitely agree. Wish we had it a little bit higher. We'd have a little less atmosphere to deal with, but we'd still have crazy atmosphere, but it'd be so much better than this. Look at this impact crater right there. That's really cool, right on the edge. There you can see the central peaks fairly easily, but the one right underneath me, it's an impact crater right on the edge, or the rim of another impact crater. It's on the agenda. Just kind of looking at the moon right now, enjoying the moon. Just enjoying the moon. A lot of impact craters, so many. Yep, absolutely. So many impact craters. Oi! Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Kind of move around a little bit more on the moon here. Got the triple sisters here. Makes it look like almost like a snowman. You all see that in a way. Kind of wild. Come over these mountain ranges. What's these readings come from? What do you mean readings? What do you mean? You like to drive a dune buggy on the moon? I would too. Like, that'd be so much fun. That would be way too much fun. Way too much fun. Let's come over these mountains real quick. Check out the mountain range right here. Crazy cool. Hi Carlos, good morning buddy. How are you? How's your day going? Doing buggy on the moon? Heck yeah. It'd be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? I'd be game to do that. I'd be all about doing that. Kind of move up a little bit here. That'd be so much fun. I'd be all about it. Let's do it. Hey 21 Radio, how you doing, buddy? How's your day? So crazy when we're this zoomed in. It's like sometimes hard to see where we're at. But I can tell you, this is going to be the Bay of Rainbows right here on the bottom. So we're in the Sea of Showers looking out towards the Bay of Rainbows. There's like a little heart looking impact crater here where a couple different impacts hit it. And it looks like a dang heart. Can you guys see that? That's crazy. That's actually pretty cool. Try to go to the moon. Some uncle stopped. Dude, that's horrible too. Like I think you probably should contact the police or something. Has no context to this crap. Let me see it. Ain't it cool? Yeah, I think it's awesome. Here's going to be Plato impact crater. We'll come up to Plato. Bring it over in the view. Yeah, it's sideways, yeah. It was kind of sideways, yeah, in this view. I don't know, I guess it depends on which stream you're on. What is that? The moon. Right now we're looking at the moon. There's going to be Plato impact crater here. It's filled in with that basaltic lava. Ancient solidified lava area. Notice I actually said it correctly. I thought it through. I wasn't lazy on the word. Oh my goodness. Wasn't being lazy on the word tonight. That is the moon. There's our beautiful moon tonight. The Alpine Mountains right here. Mount Apatines, and if you look really close right in the center, you'll see the Alpine Valley. This is about 6 miles wide at its widest point. And then it's roughly 100 miles long. Let me bring in some more light. See it like right in the center, going off in like, kind of like, crud. I can't even do the directions right like that, I guess. Holy cow. Hey, FM, how you doing, buddy? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. And getting back together, huh? And a beautiful morning as it is. Robin, New Zealand, hey. Morning. Hello again. Bit early for some, but late for others. Here's going to be the highest mountain on the moon, by the way. We're looking in towards the Apollo 15 landing site. but it's going to be the Alpine Mountains. But we're looking towards Mount Huygens. Huygens, however you want to say it. 5% you need a charger. Oh, no way. Always. Silly phones always need new chargers. Or chargers need to be bumped up a little bit. Always need to be charged up, huh? This would be the moon. We're looking at the moon. That is what we'd be looking at. A26 there. Move around a little bit more here. Go towards like the south pole of the moon. A26 in Melbourne. Aussie sky. Find the gear in the moon with your scope. Oh, the guy's near. Oh, okay, I got what you're saying, yeah. I got what you're saying now. I thought you said gear there for a minute. I'm reading all wrong this morning. My mind's in a whole different place, I guess. Other rotation speed. Kind of move us over here. See the central peak in this impact crater? You kind of bring it in a little better. Look at the central peak that's being illuminated. Yet the shadows being casted all the way through the actual impact itself. You can tell just by that alone how tall the Central Peak Mountains actually are. That's crazy. Honestly crazy. There's going to be a little bit of triangulation of how the sun comes through. Which you can even pick up like on the left side of this impact crater. You can see kind of where the light's being illuminated there. Or where the, sorry, take it back, where the ground is being illuminated from the sun itself. But you can see how tall that Central Peak is. Aristarchus crater is generally so bright on the moon photos. No clue why. It's the brightest location on the moon, Aristarchus. 527 in Manitoba. See if I can get it right tonight. Manitoba, Canada. It is 528 for me as well. For mountaineers, once climbed the moon's mountains, right? I mean, it'd be a lot easier. Sixth of the gravity. So much easier on you. Horrible idea, though. Logistically, horrible idea. Oh, man. Horrible idea. But yeah, absolutely. I hear what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying. Here's the sword on the moon. If you guys can kind of see it, like on the bottom, it's like a it looks like a musket or a sword. That's pretty cool, right? You guys see it okay or no? 329 down in Los Angeles, California. And good morning. I think it's Big D. I appreciate you, bud. Can you see it? 428 there. By the time. Hey, welcome back, by the way. Recognize the name. Will water freeze on the moon? Yes and no. It's hot and cold, but there is ice water on the moon. There is actually ice water on the moon near the South Pole and inside some of the deep impact craters, where it's about negative 420 degrees roughly. But when we talk about like the side that faces us, it gets like 220, 240 degrees when the sun's coming around. And then when the night phase starts to come around, it'll drop down to about like negative 220 degrees. So it ranges about 0 degrees roughly. There are some like lava tubes though that have temperatures that range in like the 63, 64 degrees, which are actually really interesting. When you could think about that, it's pretty crazy. It's actually really crazy. Just asked 90. Mars regolith reminds you of cocoa powder. Interesting. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. Definitely an interesting thought. Let me pull out some of the brightness here. See Tycho here right next to my chin. Beautiful Tycho again. That's the belly button of the moon when you talk about Tycho impact crater. That's about 53 miles wide, if you guys want to know. 53 miles wide, 2 to 2.5 miles deep, roughly. Check out Mare Frigolis. See if Colt, right? I think it's on the other side, on the north side. Don't you ever sleep? Sometimes. Sometimes I slept for like an hour and woke up and I was just like, I had some messages from Amber, and of course, just kind of woke me up and I responded to him, and then of course I just had energy. And I was like, I'm gonna go outside, test out some stuff, fix some of the settings that we kind of have. What it seems like I've been having troubles with here in the uh, streaming platforms. That's what one thing that's really beautiful about looking at the side of the moon here is your depth perspective. This really gives you depth perspective when you're looking out like this, out near the edge of the moon. And good morning to you, by the way, Kat. Don't you ever sleep? Because if you recognize I don't sleep very often, then it just means you don't sleep very often. Ever heard of the craters of the moon in Idaho? Craters of the moon in Idaho. Craters of the moon. So do you mean like lunar meteorites impacting in Idaho? So there's an impact crater. Or honestly, I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming that what you mean, like a meteorite that originated from the moon during like one of the impacts and landed here on Earth, causing a impact crater. Other Mariah Highlands seem to be relative to the same brightness, not close, but when you're not zoomed in, how the camera picks it up. All about how the camera picks it up. Going to be all about how the camera picks it up. Oh, look at the clouds flying through. Yeah, it's just how the camera picks it up. The crater's much shorter horizon, yeah. Let me give you perspective though, because right here, you got some of the Mariah and then you have the highlands. Let's see if we can do this properly. Can you kind of see the difference there? Do a little bit more proper. I don't know if you can make it out a little bit better now. Really, you can't. But it's kind of tough. But you can see the basaltic lava down here on the bottom compared to your highlands down or up here near the top side. Check out Plato. Yeah, we can go towards Plato. Did I dream that there was an Amber in the chat a few days ago? Wait, talk with an Amber. My second, or did I dream it? I talk to Amber quite often. Probably didn't dream it. Maybe like that because of the heat. Like the picture is kind of wobbly. Atmosphere. Yeah, the atmosphere itself. That's so funny. She's been on with me a few times. Sometimes we'll even jump on and say hi. Not very often, though. For someone that can give huge presentations at a little observatory, she's like super shy when it comes to jumping on with me. That's just gorgeous right here. I don't know why. Like, this is really gorgeous. The mountains going out towards that impact crater. That's really gorgeous. Cave of lava too. Yeah, nice. Down near like the South Pole and then some up on the North Pole as well. Not as much. It's a lot more abundant on the South Pole side. A lot more abundant when we look at the South Pole when it comes to ice water. Looks cool. It did. I like that view. That was really cool. That was actually really beautiful. Alright, here comes Play-Doh. We're getting there. Hi, Desi. Have some good rest. See you soon. Desi giving up on us already. Here it is. Very evidence of volcanoes. Yeah. I can't remember the area where there's some, but there's some that are like plateau that we can see, but the rest of it's mostly from like the crust getting opened up during huge impacts. It's not like you got to take it in a different concept. We talk about volcanoes on the moon, completely different than volcanoes here. It's not like erupting volcanoes because you don't have the you don't have a lot of the water that helps force like your eruptions, your massive eruptions that you get. In addition, we also don't see there's no plates, tectonic plates when we talk about the moon. So when we talk about the lava, Most of it was because of us pulling and being opened up, kind of cracked open. But there are a few places that are seen as like um, plateau type volcanoes as well. How full base on the moon. Nice. Very nice. I'm in love with it. It's beautiful. It is. It's really beautiful. Here's one. So I'm using a C11 telescope, 11-inch Schmidt Cassegrain telescope, and it's the SV305C Pro camera. Bigger than Mexico City? Oh yeah, yeah. This is much bigger than Mexico City. This is somewhere like, if I remember right on Plato, is it 70? Golly, 72 miles. Let me look it up though. I think it's 72 miles in diameter. Let me look it up real quick. I really can't remember off the top of my head. 63 miles, my bad. 62 to 63. Or 100 kilometers, roughly. This is, by the way, this is one of the most beautiful impact craters when you're talking about age and not really being disturbed. Like, this is an old impact crater. If you have this lava flow inside of it, without much disturbing areas at all, you know it's old, because the period of when that lava solidified was about 3.5 to 3.9 billion years roughly. The great bombardment period was between the 3.5 to 4 billion years ago. So you know, when you look at like Plato, you're looking at a old impact crater. There's very little change to it over that period. Something well over 3 billion years. That's just insane. Really insane to think about. Thanks, Dread. I appreciate it. Yeah, no. So whether there's any molten lava left on the moon or not, that's a great question. But if there is, it's going to be a very little amount. Very, very little amount. Very little amount. But thanks, Dread. I appreciate it, bud. How do we know the difference between impact craters and exploded volcanoes? Like visible, would we see difference? In a sense, yeah, because when you talk about an impact crater, you can actually make out the rims, whether it's a simple rim or a complex rim. On a volcano, you can make out quite a bit of difference. There's going to be a lot of disturbance when it comes to that rim, rather than being from the forces of your what you want to call it, seismic wave. Then you can actually see just a difference in its flow of its own. The moon isn't what you think. Oh, it's just a moon then, like a rock. What do you think the moon is? The moon isn't what you think. That's so funny. No, there's no molten up here at all. Not molten at all. Why don't you forcibly grab the moon and rotate it so we can see the far side, right? I'm game with that. 10 o'clock vision looks like a boulder floating above the surface, casting shadow. Yep. These are some of the impact regions where, back when the lava was solidifying, so you're looking at Central Peak, by the way. So similar to like what we see in, like even in this impact crater here, right in the center, you see that Central Peak. And then what happened when it all flowed over, that Central Peak was high enough and you can actually make it out. Plus, you can also get impacts where the object hits it so hard it just stays there and doesn't make it much of an impact crater back in the day when it was a little bit more not so solidified, we should say, which is very interesting in its own sense. When we talk about these regions, though, these are really, really, really dense and metal heavy too. I'm not too sure where Humboldt crater is, to be honest. I'm not sure where that one is off the top of my head. Lava land, yeah. Iceland's made out of lava. That's so funny. Oh, we got clouds coming through. Must be super deep because it even, yeah, the shadow. Like the depth perception is what blows my mind every time I look at the moon. Because it seems like, man, that's not big, but then you think about 238,900 miles away. The only way you can tell how massive stuff actually is here is by looking at the shadows. If it wasn't for the shadows, you'd be like, oh, that ain't very big. But the shadows, like they kind of remind you. They're like, oh yeah, there's some massive stuff up here. Barry said, I'm not too sure where it is. I'll have to look it up later. That's the cool thing about it, though, is just looking at the shadows and realizing how massive some of the structuring is. I think it's really gorgeous. That ball in here just a minute. Yeah, thank you, Mike. Honestly, thank you. Thank you. Humble Critter. I know what Humble Critter is. I'm just trying to think of where it is. I really can't. Like, in my mind, I cannot picture where it is. Just not getting there. It's not just Humboldt. It was actually a interesting story. Cut the moon dust on on a quad bike so bad, right? It's gonna tear up your tires. Could have some really good tires if you want to tear up the moon. It's gonna work for a little bit, but it's gonna be quite the bumpy ride. Bumpy ride and super aggressive. They're kind of selfish. Yeah, I just can't think of it. So, can any of us name a crater? No. Now, naming conventions now all come from the International Astronomical Union, the IAU. But when we talk about impact craters on the moon, it's a little bit different. A lot of it was for scientists, obviously. Scientists, well-noted people in history. And then also you get to the point where this looks like a face. I'm going to bring it up here real quick. Kind of looks like a face in this one. But you also get to the point where the Apollo astronauts and now the astronauts here get to come up with a naming convention as well. Can you guys see kind of like the face? It's like leaned over. I'm leaning the wrong way, but like this. It almost looks like two eyes and like a little mouth there on the front, like a potato man or something. Kind of looks like a little potato man. Kind of funny. Let's go tandem. Smart idea. The sword on the moon. We're in the cat, by the way. This is going to be the cat. It's going to be upside down, but this is where the cat on the moon is. You can see its head right here on the bottom. The cat on the moon, its neck going downwards. Its tail's right here on the right side, right underneath me. It's pretty cool. Here's that weird line, yeah. Yeah. The musket or the sword on the moon. We try to live stack it real quick. We could try that. See if we can get a little bit more details off of it. See if it'll work. Let's stack up here. You guys see it a little better now. It's kind of cool. Where 11 landed, it's in the shadows now, in the night phase. See a Truncoid in the night phase. Yep, not too bad. Pretty cool little feature on the moon itself. I think it's pretty cool anyways. I push the focuser a little bit more. 3, 2. I don't know we're going to get much out of it, but really good details, but bright. Yeah, sometimes it can be. Sometimes it can be. You get in like a region like this and start stacking it. Actually, let me pull it up a little bit more here. Let's go into the 3 here. Let's go to the snowman area. Hope Joe, it's going so relaxing. Thanks, I appreciate it. What was it, Kake? I'm not sure what the question mark was for. Alright, let's live stack this part. See what it does. Really just make out some gorgeous areas here. Insanely beautiful. See the central peak right in the center there too. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Really cool details though. Come back to the live view. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit now. Go to that full view. No music tonight? No, I was trying to get the outside microphone to work. I was literally trying to get that outside microphone to work, and I don't know what it was doing. I don't know what it was doing at all. Something there. Central peak. These are called central peaks inside the center of the impact craters. Go over to the mountain range here. Look at the slopes as we get to it here. As it comes up, look at the sloping effect that it has. This is why I love the mountains on the moon. They're like just crazy gorgeous. I'm bringing it up a little bit more. We'll try to live stack this than before, or am I? Probably. We're probably getting a little bit more turbulence now. Very possible. Let me live stack this part. Get it all cleaned up a little bit. You guys see how like the mountain range here? This is the Apatines. You can actually see how it slopes back downwards. It's like insanely gorgeous. I love the mountains on the moons. They're always a beautiful view. A circle not like an Earth. We do. Even the ones we have here are pretty much circle, but we have a lot of sediment changes too. The impacts themselves, the impact craters, is not the actual definition of the impactor. It's your seismic waves that come out. So like if you throw something in water, you see the rings come out no matter what angle you throw it, what size that rock is, what shape it is, but what you're seeing is a seismic wave. The impactor itself is very small compared to the actual impact craters. Picture just the same. Yeah, this is beautiful. Like I really love this picture so far. I'll try to sharpen it up a little better. The mountain ranges are just insane. Like this is just crazy getting to see this view. Well, you can do this in your own backyard. That's awesome. We're looking out towards Apollo 15 landing site, by the way. It's so gorgeous. This is 1,200 images stacked on top of each other right now. So cool. Super beautiful. How you? How you? Depth of graders, where the real questions are. What do you mean? What do you mean by the depth of the impact craters? How much can you zoom in? It depends. If we didn't have the bad atmosphere like we got now, we can definitely get a little bit closer. If we zoom in, it's just we're gonna get nauseous. Like this is true zoom right now, as far as like the equipment setup. Red Moon's hollow, reptilian base. No. If you're speaking of many sources, you're speaking of those that claim falseness to get you hyped, and if you fall for it, you're just gullible at that point. Stunning, it is. It really is. It definitely is. Just gonna move up here a little bit. Opinion? No, we do science. A science, not opinion based. We don't work on feelings. We work on the evidence. When meteors hit only the moon, they don't. They hit everywhere. Even here on Earth, we get hit by meteors, or meteorites, I should say, when it hits here. We get hit here as well on our planet. Time for more coffee. Dang. Dang. Going for the coffee. I'm going to go up here by Copernicus impact crater. I'll sum that brightness real quick. We do have impact craters here on Earth. Go to Arizona. Australia has one of the largest and oldest ones. Africa has a bunch of them. Arizona has a really gorgeous one. Yeah, we have plenty of impact craters. The only difference is those we have. Unsubscribe, that's fine. You can unsubscribe all day long. I don't put up with conspiracies. I won't lie to you, man. But what I was going to say is, here on Earth, though, we have an atmosphere. It burns up a lot of stuff that comes through, obviously. But we still get hit, and then we can look at these impact craters, though, that we do have. And one of the biggest problems we have is sediment changes. We have a lot of moisture, a lot of wind. We don't see that like on something like the moon. We don't see that on Mercury. So there's quite a bit of a difference in what you're seeing. But there definitely is impact craters here on Earth. Those big, like we have really big impact craters here on Earth. We have relatively big impact craters here on Earth, but we have sediment changes. The Earth changes so much compared to what we see here. What we see on the moon, these are much older. These are billions of years that you're looking at here. No real deep impact craters. What do you consider deep? 7 miles? Does that seem deep to you? Anywhere from like a grain of sand to 7 miles deep. 7 miles being the deepest one. But 7 miles is pretty dang deep. That's pretty dang deep. Pretty dang deep. This is going to be, again, we're looking at Copernicus impact crater right here. Beautiful Copernicus. Yeah, billions of years away. Because we just don't have the wind. We don't have the rain and stuff on the moon like what we have here. I did cluster on the moon. Nicodem. What do you mean clusters? Clusters of what? I must have missed something there, sorry. I think I missed something that you're trying to explain. What's makes the moonquake? There's a couple of reasons. So like it wants to collapse in on itself from the cooling effect. And then also we're pulling on it at the same time with that gravitational pull. So when we talk about that bulge that points towards us, it's always trying to be pulled and stretch and stretch and stretch. And then it's cooling off. So what it does, it just kind of collapses and collapses in. And it causes a lot of moonquakes to occur. But you can also see like moonquakes just simply from like impacts. Do you think we should classify our moon as a planet or not? Many people say it's considered a binary planet. It's very close. Very close. It's very centered though. It's not outside of the Earth's crust. It's like right there near the top. But it's not outside of the crust itself. But we do act like a binary planet system in a huge sense, but I don't think so. At the end of the day, I would go with no. No, simply because of that very center not being far enough over. Doesn't the sun have gravitational effect on the moon too? It has gravitational effect on everything here. Everything. Everything. Is the moon bigger than Mars? No, not even close. Not even close. The moon's about like the size of the USA. When you talk about the diameter, it's about the size of the USA. It's pretty wild. Let's move over a little bit here. Consider a planet by definition. Without the Earth, it would be considered a planet by definition. If it was still in the same path with us, then it wouldn't be. Your pitches. Okay, the your pick switches. I'm not sure what you're saying there, dude. Or bigger than Mars. Jeez. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Not by much, though. Yeah, not by much. We're a little bit bigger. But yeah, absolutely. I would go with, you'd have to stick to the idea of planet and moon. That would be my decision. How many go? How are you done? Tiny bit bigger than Mars, yeah. Tiny bit. They're really a lot alike in a huge sense. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. The amount of impact craters on the south side below my mind. So we're looking at the south side here. That's going to be the south pole of the moon. Looking off in the south pole side of the moon here. But the amount of impact craters over here is just mind-blowing. Floor is lava. There's quite a bit of lava on the moon. On the side that faces us, there's more lava than we see the high regions. On Earth on Saturday, Friday, today. We're going to be let in today. How many people are uneducated about space? Some people thought Artemis 2 was going to land on the moon. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, though. Clickbait articles sometimes make people think wrong in a huge sense. Yeah, it still lies within. It's like right next to the crust, and that was the conversation. That's why I wouldn't go with it, just because it's right there near the crust of Earth. But they do act like binary planets in a huge sense. But yeah, you need the Berry Center a little bit further out. If they went to the moon today, would you be able to see them that clear from Earth? No. They're super small. They're super, super small. No, this is a live view right now that we're looking at. Almost 6 a.m. there. Oh, no way. Should be showering for sleep. Going live streams for the past 2 hours. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. What definition of binary planet? Binary planet would, so like as he's how many beings up there actually said. So when you talk about the Berry Center, this is the point where your two objects actually orbit. So think about gravity and gravity. Wherever they meet, that point's your Berry Center. That point where they're both going to orbit around. When you talk about when you talk like a binary planet system, the binary, or sorry, that point should be in between the two. Not within one or the other, but in between the two. But this gets a little bit confusing too, because then we look at like Jupiter and its Berry Center. Chris, good morning, brother. How are you? Good morning, good morning. And we look at like Jupiter and the Sun, for example, that Berry Center is outside. So it can be a little bit more confusing in a sense, but it's that point of where the two objects orbit around each other, or where that gravitational meetup essentially ends up being. Good morning, Chris. How are you doing, brother? How are you doing, sir? How's the skies down in Texas right now, brother? Pretty crazy down there. Get my chat back. There we go. Morning rain sounds wonderful. This here sounds a stupid morning like kryptonite. Race with climate change to get to the moon before we're all done. Mars. Mars is the destination. Kind of cloudy. Dang it, dude. Dang it. That sucks. Make sure I got the rest of your guys' questions up here. And by the way, if you are just coming in, hi, good morning. This is a live view of the moon that we're looking at through a C11 telescope, 11-inch mid-cast screen telescope. I'm sitting inside of a control room, basically an observatory here. So I'm sitting inside the control room where all the computer systems are at. The telescope's roughly like 6 feet over here on my left side, right behind another wall. If you guys want to see a telescope, we can turn on the camera. You'll be able to see it. There's about to be a cyclone head over your house. The old climate change is getting worse. Let's keep it about the moon tonight, though. Partly cloudy there in southeast Texas. The skies are depressing here, too. The Kansas City skies are insane. Do you ever view Mars? We do, but only when it's where we can get to it, of course. Gotta find those birds. Funny tells. What? That's wild. So what do? You know, bachelor for like space observation or something? Like actually on the clock right now. No, I'm just a toenail chewer. I chew my toenails by day. Belly dancing, twerking by day. Always keep like, I don't know, there's one aspect of me, like I love being on here, streaming these things, doing the public outreach. But my daily life, man, I like to keep it private. Looking at right now, the moon. We were hanging out the moon. Toenail chewing as well, yeah. Somebody once told me I chew on my toenails. I don't know why, I just use that as whatever. This rocks a $15,000 telescope, shares it with the world. It's so cool. You don't want to know the balance of everything that we're doing right now. It's insane. It's actually insane. Have a great day and night. Alright, have an amazing day. Have an amazing day. As a moon a toenail, that's a good point. I have a moon rock here. If you want to see a lunar meteorite, I can actually show you what a lunar meteorite looks like. Which essentially means that it's a meteorite that originated from the moon. We talk about a meteorite, and meteorite's an object that actually comes through the atmosphere and actually hits the ground. When we talk about meteoroids, obviously the object that comes through meteors, that flash that you see. You want to see it? I can do that. Let's see if I can get us enough brightness in here. We crank up some light. See if I can get us enough brightness. There we go. All right, let me get it. Wow, super bright. Moon is a banyan. Alright, so Here's what a lunar meteorite looks like. If it'll focus, I don't know if it'll focus very well. Kind of a beauty though. It's actually kind of a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful lunar meteorite. We use swear as long as we don't do over it. Yeah, like I'm very cautious on it because obviously this type of content, you got to be aware of the individuals that are going to be here. So I'm just cautious on it myself. Being a father of an 8-year-old kid, I'm super cautious in that sense. That I don't even run around cussing. You know what I mean? I try to be cautious in a huge sense just for that reason. 70 degrees there in southern UK. Oh no way, Joe. Beautiful skies. How does the UK have beautiful skies, no clouds? That never happens. How does that ever go? Like the UK not being cloudy, that's insane. UK is always cloudy. Always cloudy. Huh. Oh, what was that, Mike? I must have missed something there. What was the huh for? Sorry. If you did, Big Daddy. What? When's UK not cloudy? Right. That's what I'm saying. How can you have beautiful skies today? Unless you really like clouds. You know, Joe. Is it cloudy in the UK today or no? My favorite bird. That's a tough one. I don't know that I have a favorite bird. Birds always build nests in the observatory and they tick me off. Ooh. Moving to the lunar progression. This is telescope moving. We're moving the telescope around. Essentially what happens, see if I can do it for you. So on one of the other computers here, I'll kind of show you. I'll try to move camera and stuff. So basically I have my hand on my mouse. Need to get here. Basically I got my hand on the mouse. You click one of the buttons. You go one way. I hit the center button. Then we can go right or left. But essentially what we're using is the other one of the other computers. So this is like the pad to control it. EQ mod, so you can see like east, west, north, and whatnot, or speed, focuser. The back side you'll see. Let me see if I can click it. So this is like the map of the sky. So like when we want to go for a target, we select the target, click it, salute to it. It's just a bunch of different things that run on here. This one runs basically the telescope though. Its job is purely to handle the telescope and all the fun aspects when it comes to the telescope. Fix my camera back again. There we go. It just handles all the telescope. So yeah, I just basically have my hand on that mouse and it allows me to just click and go. Given these type of controls. Have mini observatory. Yeah, this one's 16 foot, roughly. It's about 16 foot. 16 foot, but it has like, we got 20 telescopes in here altogether. Vincent, good morning, brother. Our turkey 101 proof, yo. It's a wild bird. Has been asked, will someone visit the moon again? Probably 2030. There's two different things going to happen. You're going to see China try to land on the moon with people. And you'll also see Artemis 3 try to land on the moon as well. And meter, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. 3 times that, 3.3 times that roughly. Around 45 or something like that. Sometimes they do AFM. The only thing is, like, we really have the exposure down. With this telescope here, it's so massive. The amount of light that comes through here is insane. So if you ever look like an 8SE, if you know what an 8SE is, telescope, they're huge. That's an 11 inch. This almost picks up double the light if you'd be in a 8SE telescope. And so we really got to turn exposure down a ton just to have these views without being blown out. Top of the morning, brother. Top of the morning to you, buddy. You can at the astronauts on the Artemis thing. I did. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. A lot of fun to watch it. I thought it was a ton of fun anyways. And by the way, good morning if you're just coming in. Good morning. That's a live view of the moon from here near Kansas City, Missouri. Hope you're having an amazing morning. If you want to hit the subscribe button, hang out with us as we do some other cool lives. I try to go live as often as we can. Yeah, and it's going to be like this. We look at the moon, we look at planets, we look at moons around planets, galaxies, nebulae, all kinds of wonderful things. It's our cosmos, not mine, not yours. And this is why I enjoy streaming. Because I do believe that this is our cosmos, and a lot of people just ain't fortunate enough to have this type of equipment that they're able to go to and be able to use constantly. So for me, it's a lot of fun to bring it up. Good morning, Integrity. Good morning. What's my favorite lunar crater? Tycho. Definitely Tycho. Had some games in those phones, maybe. I don't think they cared about playing anything on them. I'm sure they didn't. Sure, Cosmo, take it away from you. That's funny. What's a flash crater that you know? Play-Doh, like if you're talking about just like the setup, Play-Doh, for sure. Alright, have a good night. AFM, have an amazing night, buddy. Get some good rest. Do you think Tycho's the most boring answer? No, I love Tycho. I think Tycho's actually amazing. The belly button of the moon. There's so much to it, though. The death of Tycho is just insane. Like the context of it. And plus, I like Tycho Braun. I thought he was an amazing astronomer. More like reality than the images from Artemis. I don't know. I thought they were doing pretty good. Armoria technically craters. They are, but they're filled in impact craters. My father the moon telescope was blown away by how fast it disappeared. Yeah. You want me to turn off the mount real quick? So our mount tracks the object, right? Through the right ascension, declination. Right ascension, right and left. And then declinations are up and down. So I'll turn off the mount real quick and you'll see how fast the Earth's rotation is. And this is it. You're watching Earth rotate at this point. It's fast. Mariah craters. They're the best. Have you seen the cities on the moon? There's no cities on the moon. There's no cities on the moon. Well, that's super bright though. There's younger impact craters which are really bright. This is why a lot of people try to claim as, oh, there's cities on the moon, but they're not. Probably lasted longer than last project. Name costs are to fly by way. Everything's a lot more expensive now. Like a ton more expensive now. Everything's a little bit more expensive. Astronauts were wearing multiple watches on the wrist. Some of it was for monitoring. Some of it's for monitoring different things. To flag or the car on the moon, I could not. Way too small. Yeah, I turned off the caps, but I'm not too busy of a chat, so not a big deal right now. Not the biggest deal. You guys see the bunny on the moon right here? I'll pull it up a little bit more. Not funny the Earth rotates. Is it not funny that the Earth rotation isn't a flat disk? What do you mean? I know what you mean. How come the same craters look dull while others are sharp? Solar erosion. So there's different types of impact craters. You got simple impact craters, and you have complex impact craters. So it depends on a lot of different things. What were the seismic waves as it occurs? When we talk about is there wind on the moon, not in the form of what we know of when it comes to wind. It's not by like the pressurization that we have. When we talk about wind on the moon, it's from solar winds. Ever seen anything coming across the surface of the moon? Honestly, no, I have not. The moon's flat because we've never seen the other side. No, not always see the other side to photographs. Plus, we can get depth perception in a huge sense. Like we can go right over here, and you get depth perception, which really gives you an idea of what we're looking at. And we gotta move us a little closer to some other impact craters here. You can definitely make out depth perception in a view like this right here. Solar wind, yep. In a red suit, white beard. Flat sun theory. Now we can see depth perception on the sun as well. Good morning, Karen. How are you? Good morning. Ready for work yet? What is today? Friday, right? Coming up on Friday. Makes it look like really 3D. Yeah, depth perception is one of my favorite things. Four-year guys have released the photos of the video. 2017, the photos are released by NASA. No, you're lying. Obviously, I would be pretty aware of that. We see high definition photographs constantly of the moon. We look at it fairly close up, obviously. Luna 3 was the first one that takes photographs of the far side of the moon back in the 1950s, and these are all things you can look at. Where's Moonbase Alpha zoom in? Can't really see the mountains like side views yet. Yeah, mountains are really cool on the moon. Like some of my favorite things by far. Let's run over to one real quick. Go back to the Alpines. I'm gonna kind of move us a little faster this time, just to get there. Hold in a little better. There we go. It's real late. It's really early. It is 6:11 a.m. for us. 6:11 a.m. All right, let me get some more brightness here. This is what I think is really cool. Like, I love Marifural. See how cold? Yeah, it's over here further. Here in just a minute we will. But I definitely love the mountain ranges on the moon. I think they're so gorgeous. Like, so beautiful. 11:11? Oh, no, wait. Getting to be nighttime. Yeah, I love the mountains. No truth in the moon, other planets. First, I think we don't know the truth about the moon, other planets. We have a very good understanding of the moon, by the way. Here comes the Sea of Colds on the bottom here, just underneath the Plato crater in our view. Yeah. Don't know the truth about moon and other planets. I mean, we're pretty good at what we do. It's called science. Observation, testing. Works pretty well. That's a potato. Yo, that is a potato. Goofy looking potato. That's what a person trying to say, but the deniers are too smart to say the least. What was that, Jack? Not too sure what you mean there. Not sure what that person was trying to say, but the deniers. Yeah, I must have missed something, but the truth is classified, and you know the truth then? So you're like a top dog or what? The truth is classified, but you know. Okay. We believe it. What's it wobbly? The atmosphere. Just the atmosphere. Here's the Bay of Rainbows right here. Looks like a shark took a bite out of it. Can you guys see that? Looks kind of like a shark took a bite out of it up here. And that's going to be the Sea of Showers too. You got the Sea of Showers, and on the very bottom you got the Bay of Rainbows. Plato has competition, huh? I don't know. Plato in its own sense is gorgeous. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's actually a very beautiful area. Imagine claiming that you know more of classified evidence and you're nothing. You know classified evidence, but you don't have anything. So crazy. Oh my goodness. That's such a crazy thought. Aristicus. Yeah, it's up here. We'll go to Aristicus. I think both what you call deniers are dumb. I think obviously we haven't been told everything. Sure, we haven't been told everything, but when you try to claim something with no supporting evidence at all, it's called conspiracy. Especially when the evidence is against you. If the evidence is against you and you still claim, then it would be conspiracy at that point. Definitely doesn't make you dumb, but you're making claims that which are not factual at all. Uranus is pretty cool. Let me get to Aristicus here. Aristicus impact crater. This is the brightest impact crater on the moon itself. Claim we didn't land on the moon. Makes it down 2026. There we go. Here's going to be Aristicus impact crater right here. See how crazy bright it is? Let me pull out some of that brightness. There we go. How beautiful is that? Let me see if I can stack it too. We'll try a live stack here. See how it goes here. Pull out some of that. Pull out some of the brightness too. Bring it a little bit. You can start to make it out a little bit. Aristicus impact crater is crazy. It looks kind of creepy. I do agree. It kind of does. It does have that kind of a view that's like, what? Yeah, Aristicus is crazy. This is the brightest point on the moon itself. Highest albedo. It's pretty wild. A lot going on here. Weird orange square. Below it. Square, square, square. Where? I'm trying to find a square. I don't see a square. Aristicus is very shiny. You still see it? Like, I'm not seeing a square. True gravity is stronger in some spots than others on the moon. Yeah. Yeah, there's like kind of like bubbles per se, and there's a lot of heavy metals from like impacts, and then even the lava itself is relatively heavy than it's up on the surface, the lava bed. So when you go around, like if you had a satellite going around really close to the moon, like these would actually cause the satellite to get pulled downwards, and then eventually would hit the moon because of these gravitational bubbles. 45-degree English. That would be on top though, 45 degrees, like top right. And I know we're looking at Aristicus crater right now on the moon. I'm here simply enjoying the view. Let's stream others instead of arguing. I'm sorry, trouble. Happens, man. Happens. Heard something about like gases like sodium or something. Has its own tiny sphere or something. So yeah, when you're talking about like the sodium tail, it comes off of the moon. It's relatively long. I can't remember how long it is, but there's a sodium tail that comes off the moon. It's like a comet. When you think of a comet, you're thinking of the tail. How it always points away. Not always. Sometimes we see it in the opposite direction. It's pretty rare though. But the solar winds below the tail beyond. So as the moon goes around, when we have a new moon, that sodium tail actually comes through and interacts with our atmosphere. It's pretty crazy. Exosphere. Yeah, we call it an exosphere. But the sodium tail is actually long though. Much longer. Moon's always interesting. Like I agree. It is so beautiful to look at. Come back to the raw view. There we go. Yeah, absolutely though. We're dumbbell carriers that lay on top of the bridge, yo, and binoculars and stare at the moon for hours. I love that. That's so cool. No way. I love that. That is super awesome. Absolutely love that. Yep, there's Aristicus though. Look at the different minerals just everywhere in here. Such a beautiful region. Looks like a puppy dog in a way. Or even, I don't know, it could even be like a calf looking back at us. It's sideways, so you'd have to, well, I guess you gotta turn my head the other way. It's kind of crazy. I do this guy evokes like a feeling I don't get any other. Yeah, I get that. I definitely get that. Especially at night. Yeah. No, I definitely get that. Definitely get it. Back in the sea of showers here. Just turn this on. Auto histogram stretch. Make it so much easier for me sometimes. It's my ex now. Plato impact critter. Back over here again. Towards Plato. Beautiful Plato. It's a beautiful impact critter. Definitely not my favorite though. I mean, it's really awesome just because 3 point whatever it is, the 3.8 years old, 3.8 billion years. Sorry, make sure I say it correctly. Roughly about 3.8 billion years. It's pretty well undisturbed. It's kind of interesting to be able to see. Let's see if we can focus a little bit more. Pay attention to it here. See clouds coming through. Can you guys see that? The clouds coming through. A few dots above it. These are going to be impactors. Some of your central peaks. Some of the mountains that were there before that basaltic lava solidified. You were on the horizontal. Theme was confused. Yeah. Yeah, I got 2 of them running right now. 2 different feeds running currently on YouTube. I like the horizontal though. I won't lie. Like the view on it looks so much better. But it has competition. I got you. I really like Tycho. I'm like a Tycho fan. Definitely love Tycho. I love the ejecta rays, the The central peak that it has is just so well defined. Just so gorgeous. So gorgeous. But I like the mountain ranges too. I mean, like the mountain ranges are some of the coolest features on the moon. Like these mountains here. I think they're some of the most beautiful features on the moon is the mountain ranges. Hey Robert, welcome in, buddy. Good morning. Hey, be able to see anything from the radar? Download with the scope. No. You think Tycho is boring? No way. Temporary like Copernicus, Plato. No way you think Tycho is boring. Dude, it's the youngest large impact crater on the moon. 1,600-mile long ejecta rays coming from it. It's a complex impact crater with a massive, massive central peak in it. Ain't no way it's boring. No way it's boring. I can never agree with that thought. Plus, you can see it without even a telescope. That's a crazy thing. The belly button on the moon. You can see it without even a telescope. It's crazy. What cares about? Check out Sea of Serenity. Sea of Serenity is very hard to see. It's in the shadows already. Sea of Serenity is already in the night phase. All the main seas over there: Sea of Crisis, Sea of Serenity, Sea of Fecundity, Sea of Tranquility. Now in the night phase. Big line of ejected there. There is. There is. So here's Tycho again. I'll bring in Tycho. It's just a beautiful impact crater. If we had better focus, it'd be even better. Let's see if I can focus any better or not. Let's see which way. Oh no, not the clouds. Not the clouds. Can do a little bit of focus here. It's gonna be hard to do with dang clouds flying through. Maybe I shouldn't focus just yet. Dang clouds. What do they got to be doing this for? I think it's even difficult to see when zoomed in. It is. Yeah, it's a much better impact crater to look at in a much wider field of view, to be honest. Oh, these clouds are thick. These clouds are really thick. Gonna lose our view. Oh, looks better. Okay. Let's see if we can focus real quick on the telescope. See if we get a little better focus. Probably have to hold about here. I don't know, I just really like Tycho though. I think it's such a beautiful impact crater. Difficult to see when viewed in. It kind of is, so. Tycho definitely can be a little bit more difficult to view when zoomed in, for sure. Let's try to live stack it though. See if we can get some details to kind of pop out here a little bit. And deal with the crazy clouds obviously, but I don't know, I just like the view of Tycho. I think it's such a beautiful impact crater. It's not too bad at all. Can't change your mind? You like Copernicus? Oh my goodness. I think it's a mess. When I look at Copernicus, I think it's a mess. I think it's a mess. 28 degrees in Connecticut? No way. It's 48 degrees here this morning. With some crazy thunderstorms going to come in tonight, so we got to lock down the... we actually have to lock down the observatory here in just a bit after we're done streaming. We'll have to lock it all down. Go into a lockdown period. Alright, let's see if we can try to focus one more time at this point. See what we can do. 8 degrees there. Apparently it's not too. Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. Which way do we need to go on the focuser? Back the other way, right? Look better the other direction. Crash it. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome in. How's your day? Yeah, the circum-Pacific belt is remnant of massive impact of even the giant impact. That's a good question. I don't have the answer though. OGC, I don't have the answer. I know there's a lot of thought to that. I don't have the answer to it. Silver winter. Golly. When you get rid of winter. Winter just needs to be done forever. No need for that crap. Yeah, how's the weather over in Croatia? Hopefully it's treating you all well. Hi Combat, how are you doing? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. If we can get done focusing here. Looks like it's a little better focused head now. See Clavis up here. I'm surprised you didn't go with Clavis. Unnerving, I'm surprised you didn't go with Clavis over here. You're gonna go with Copernicus, you might as well go with Clavis. That's pretty cool. I'm pulled up a little better. Clavis. I'm from Australia. Where are we observing from? Kansas City, Missouri in the USA. Kansas City, Missouri in the USA. Midwest weather 2 days ago. Bit of snow yesterday, nice motorcycle ride. Thunderstorms moving in today, yeah. Yeah. We got a small percentage chance of some craziness coming up. Some craziness coming up on us, but we shall see. We'll see if that holds true. Here's the cat on the moon. You guys can see the cat on the moon. She's upside down tonight. I should be able to actually flip this. Let me flip it. Ah, wrong way. There we go. Ah, we got the cat on the moon. We got the cat on the moon in the right direction. Now we can actually see it. Can you guys see the cat on the moon? I think it is, can we view, I don't know what you pasted there, it didn't come through. We're going to use it in Missouri tonight, the C11 telescope. Oh, there we go. What Nightbot put out there. Can we ask how many times zoom the telescope is? Right now we're probably pushing about 350, 400, roughly. Right about that. Let me actually do the calculation real quick. I'll get a real number. Let's get a real number here. Right now our field of view is about 0.39 degrees by 0.27 degrees. Looks like about 0.34 arc seconds. So yeah, we're pushing somewhere between about 400x, roughly. 400 to 500. Waiting face seemed to annoy you? Really? You want snow? Stop. We're over snow. What are you doing? Thanks for subscribing, Bertursto. Or Berturtos. Hopefully I said that right. Berturtos. Know how the other streams are going to be. Do you know when the other streams? I honestly don't know because we do have a lot of weather coming up. That's going to kick our butt. So every chance I get it, though, I'll try to do my best to be here. How did anything base we'd build on the moon gets obliterated within the first decade? I would hope not. I mean, there's definitely the chance. Yeah, no more snow in Missouri. Man, I'm so tired of snow. So tired of freaking snow. We didn't get much snow, to be honest, this year. Yet I'm still tired of it. Feels like such a filler month. Gotcha. Happened for Mickey Mouse. I don't know. I'm sure. I don't know. That's funny though. It's a funny thought. I don't know. Gonna be in the 70s in Michigan today? Oh no way. What's our temp? Like I don't think we're gonna get like super warm by any means. You see what the temperature's supposed to be today. Looks like 70 here. 70 degrees. 70 to 72 here in Kansas City. I'm sick of this BS weather for real. Vermont and it's still miserable. Oh, it's crazy. 9 degrees there, very rainy. 9 degrees Celsius. Days in mid-Missouri. Wow. Yeah, like the storms are supposed to fire up fairly early today. Like fairly early in the in Kansas. So we'll see how that progresses as it moves eastwards. We shall see. We shall see. Clouds. Not no snow. Like honestly, Missouri's been a fairly dry state this year compared to like the East Coast. The East Coast's been just pummeled with moisture. Those over in Pennsylvania must really love the snow because they asked for it this time. They asked and they received. There's gonna be that mountain range again here. Again, some of the most beautiful features you ever see on the moon. It's gonna be the mountain ranges. Let's pray for that, you know. Clouds be gone. There's pumps. There's actually pumps, which are interesting. Here's the duck on the moon. One of the ducks on the moon. Let me kind of bring it in a little better. See if you guys can see the duck on the moon. You hate the wind? Yeah. The wind's definitely one of the worst. Can you guys see the duck on the moon? I want to try to pull it in a little better. One of the ducks on the moon right here. Let me know if you can kind of make that out. Bring it a little bit more light here. Kind of looks like a duck to me. I don't know why. Kind of looks like a duck. Pages are the best. Waiting pages. This page, don't want to see the moon in the morning. Want to see it. Oh, during the night. I got that. Huge mount. EQ6R Pro mount. I use the EQ6R tonight. That's what we're using right now, anyways. How's the snow there? Super cold. A lot of moisture in the air. Made it feel even colder. Yeah. Yeah. Missouri remained fairly dry. Artemis at all. Man, I haven't even looked up their location lately, to be honest. Let me see if I can pull that list from JPL. What's today? The 9th. See if I can grab it real quick. Yeah, it didn't let me grab it. Wasn't able to search it for some reason. If you guys ever want to look it up, it's on JPL negative 1024. 1024. Run spot in space and see what's there. I don't know. I mean, you technically could, I guess. In theory, you technically could. Let me see real quick. Technically could. And we can actually do that and call it in tonight. If you guys want to do it, we can do that. Let me pull in the camera though. So here's the telescope. Obviously daytime is coming fast. Super fast. But let's try to hit like a really bright star. Let's go to Vega. See if we can hit Vega. See if we can hit Vega. Super bright, my eyes. We'll see if we can hit Vega here. Yeah, right on it too. Right on the beautiful star Vega. Let me pull it over for us. So here's Vega. It'll look almost like a diamond in the sky. It's pretty cool. You freaking sleep? Never, bro. Why would you want to do that? What would you want to sleep for? Yeah, but this is the Star Vega. Let me bring it back up. There we go. This will be the Star Vega. If we pull it back a little bit, the speed here, we could probably focus a little bit as well. Grab the focuser here. See which way we need to go for focus. You also track a star, not the moon, because we're still tracking the moon. There we go. I'll pull it back up a little bit here too. It's out of focus now, right? Yeah, okay. We're going out of focus, so I need to go the other way. We'll stop here in just a second. Go back the other way. Go like 20,000 instead. Come to your Discord. I have no permission to talk. What do you mean you got no permission to talk? Won't let you actually say anything in there? What? Seriously won't let you actually say anything? But don't we allow children to swear? Self-evident emotions. I think that's going to be based on whatever their parents want to make a decision for. Tin Lakes or say hello. What the heck? I'm not sure. Huh. You can't say anything in like the lobby at all. Hit a mile in front. Does it really have those tell me energy versus atmosphere distortion? It's atmosphere distortion. It's here the light coming from the star. As it interacts with the different elements, we get refraction. No, that's it. I want to make sure it works for you. Why you're not allowed to type? That's a good question. Are you online right now or no? Are you currently online or no? Thank you for 30 gears, Peter, guys. Go and explode, have not yet. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. When do your streams usually start? When it gets dark out. It kind of depends, Jason. It depends on the target, depends on the weather. But usually when it's dark out, sometimes we stream the sun, so even when it's daylight out. Let us know when it's going to explode, dude. How we won't until we see it. We'll know once we see it. Turn off the outside webcam. Stop blocking our view. Right now we're looking at the Star Vega. Beautiful Vega. I think we can only make approximation. Yeah. Yes, the Star Vega. It's our baseline star. If I know what's happening. The dimming in brightness, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Malice. I appreciate it, bud. Thank you. Serious? Not in the view. It's already set. Any plans you can see at the moment? Pluto would be coming up. Saturn's going to be coming up here quickly too. Let me see. Saturn, Pluto. Saturn, Pluto, Mars are all coming up right now. And Mercury. But they're all super low on the horizon. Like really low. I wouldn't be able to see it from the observatory. You got to get a different telescope out. Located in the constellation Vega is in the constellation. Crap, just completely left my mind. I actually got to go look at it. Like completely left my mind. Lyra, there we go. Constellation Lyra. Get a lot more subs. I try to do what I can. What are you seeing? Sorry, I just tuned in. We're looking at a star right now. Looking at a star. Star Vega over in the constellation Lyra. How'd you night? Did you sleep well? I got like an hour so far. I'm great. I'm pumped. Honestly, I'm pumped. I like have a lot of energy in me. Not familiar with this one. So Vega is our summertime star. It makes up part of the summertime triangle. Super bright. So as summer comes and you start to see that star coming up over the east towards the west, that's going to be usually Vega that you're looking at there. But it's our baseline star. It's a really important star. It tells you the magnitude of things when we look at things in space. The lower the number, the brighter it is. The higher the number, the dimmer it is. So when you hear someone say something like, "Oh, the comet's going to be like a magnitude 4," well, that's a measurement based off of the star. We consider this to be the 0, even though it's just a little bit dimmer than 0, but it gives a solid foundation. Only an hour, yeah. So early waker, man. No, usually, like honestly, my sleep can be pretty wild. It can do pretty wild stuff. I started dancing like that, the atmosphere, interacting with our atmosphere, the photons do. Didn't I see that invading the Starship Enterprise? If you ever watch the movie Contact, the star is also in there. That's the star that they go to. Space definitely is not water. Space is nothing, just a vacuum. Our atmosphere has a lot of water in it. Alright, sounds good. Taco, had an amazing day, buddy. Have an amazing day. Look at water, it looks just like that. Yeah, I mean, when you look through your atmosphere, you have a lot of moisture. We see these effects in many different ways, from hot pavement coming, or a hot pavement that has the same effect coming off of it. When you look at the light behind it, it does the same thing. I don't mean that this is in water, you just have a lot of moisture and other elements here in the atmosphere doing it. Yep, the dust, all the different things. And the denser your atmosphere is, the more the photons have to bounce around. I'll pull it up a little better. There we go. Watch The Expanse. I have not. I did not watch that one. I did not. Yeah, for the most part, though, you got it. You got it right, Derek. Looks like a light in a swimming pool. I mean, essentially, it ends up what kind of occurs in a way. Why is he in my noodles? You don't believe we were around the moon and back though? So like everybody recording that rocket take off, where'd the rocket go? And why would, if we're trying to beat Russia, why did Russia concede and say they confirmed that we landed on the moon? Like, where did the rocket go? we didn't go. We didn't go around the moon and back. It went back into the water. Yeah, I want whatever you're on, Carrie. I want whatever you're on. It sounds great. It sounds really good. Expect more than 10 still pictures. Kids are watching videos of Star. Oh yeah. Hubble and Chandra. Yeah, it was like whenever you get to see photos from, like a Hubble, for example, James Webb Space Telescope, and these other things. Obviously, you don't have the atmosphere, so it's much more stable in some sense. I think that's gorgeous. Those astronauts were left on the spaceship before they even took off. So what happens when they come and land today? Oh dang, got banned. What happens when they land today, and we see them get out of that spacecraft? They just float up out of the ocean into the spacecraft or something. Man, I want whatever you're on. It sounds fun. You don't think anybody was on that rocket Challenger? Dude, that's one of the sickest things you could probably ever say, to be honest. That's like one of the sickest things that can actually be said. It's actually, it's insane. Like, I love the photographs that come from James Webb Space Telescope. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Shit's real life, huh? It is. We got clouds coming through right now. Maybe. Kind of faded out, didn't it? I wouldn't want to be either. I agree. Body burn shit debris. Wow, man. Like, it's actually really disheartening that you even go there, to be honest. Yeah, can we go back to the moon now? We just did. Like, we're literally coming back from the moon right now. Um, I think we got clouds pushing in right now. That's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, I love stellar nurseries, like Orion, for example. Oh my goodness. If you look at the binary planets, the jumbos over by Orion, that's so cool. That's like super cool. Gravity is your friend. Yeah, I mean sometimes. The moon was so beautiful over Lake Superior last night. No way, Salt. And welcome back, by the way. Good to see you. Long time no see. Long time no see. Good to see you again tonight. Except today, did you? Gravity's your friend until you decide you want to jump or get old or fall down. So dang true. That's so funny, though. And again, welcome in, everybody. Hopefully, you're having an amazing morning. Just learned something new about a rise belt, did you? Everyone trips. Yeah. Absolutely. I think we got clouds kind of pushing on us. Let me look at the outside camera again. Yeah, you can see some clouds up there. Daylight's definitely coming fast. Your friend, you can feel the water level. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of stars in the belt. Like, it's not even just 9. It's insane. Don't know if you're gonna live more than usual, but I'm so glad. Yeah. The weather pattern this month's gonna suck, so it's gonna be kind of a bounce around, try our best to do what we can. What is this? The star. Right now, we're looking at the star of Vega and the constellation Lyra. It's about 25 light years away. So the light that we're seeing from the star took about 25 years to get to us. Looks like kind of what we're looking at. Like, it kind of has that effect. Our atmosphere does some wild things when it comes to light when it comes through it. There are binary systems. I thank you, Rays. I appreciate it. Have a good one, man. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have an amazing day. Hopefully your Friday's amazing. Absolutely amazing. No space for you, Debs. Why? Why not? Wish I could hit Pluto. If we had the other camera in, we'd go for Pluto. Like, Pluto's right in a perfect position right now. Pluto's in such a beautiful position currently. Such a beautiful position currently. We'll have to do that here soon. We'll go for some Pluto. We'll get us some Pluto. Vega is scary. It's pretty wild. It has like half the life of our sun. It's about 5 billion years roughly for its life. It's halfway through it though. Is today Thursday? Oh my goodness, it feels like Friday. Where am I at right now, Kansas City? Someone shining a torch into water at dark. You can do that. Sometimes the atmosphere will get really, really wild and it'll just be insane looking. So like one of the cool things, like if I go out there and like rub my hands together, get a lot of friction, put my hand in front of it, it'll be even worse. But it's the atmosphere, the heat, and all the different things that we have here. Any of the outer planets have rings? Yeah, all of them do. All the 4 gas planets, the 2 gas planets, the 2 icy giants, if you want to go that way, they all do. Eventually Mars will have a ring as well. We used to have a ring. Oh, you're welcome, Matt. Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. I'm about out of water. Water. I don't know why when people look at a star like this, I think space is water or something. It's crazy. Hey, books for beginning to learn astronomy. Look up like Turn Left at Orion. Turn Left at Orion is one of my favorites. It's actually one of my favorites. What we're looking at is star. Right now we're looking at the star Vega. The star Vega. Let me try to focus a little bit more. See if I can actually pay attention and focus a little bit more. See if we go the right direction here. Thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. See if we get to focus in just a bit better. Try to hold off like right here for a minute. Hopefully it's a little bit better. The contacts are, yeah. The star on contact. Yeah. Beautiful star Vega. Actually, they're chilling. Yeah. No exist in 2 form space. So. This is most definitely Thursday the night. No time travel has occurred. Crap, I don't know. My mind is going in its own direction today, I guess. I don't know. My bad. For some reason, I'm on the idea that it is Friday. So funny. Getting notifications, severe thunderstorms in the area tonight or this evening. Hot and cold, no in between. No, there's in between. Ever gone scuba diving? I have not. I wouldn't mind doing it though. I live in Kansas City. Not much of scuba dive around here. I wouldn't mind doing it. I'm actually trained in flood and rapid water rescue as a firefighter. It's one of my favorite things. We didn't get to do scuba diving though. Which would have been super awesome, but we were training essentially be on a helicopter, jump into the water, do your rescue, stuff like that. Roommate said in his last interview too, that's all. Other plans would have rings. Alright, give me just a minute. Alright. My son's gonna need to wake up here in a minute. Gotta take him. Grandpa came by early this morning, that's crazy. On his way to work. We'll drive now. Had a lot of fun though. Okay. I got you. A little piece of common chill. Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome, Jennifer. Absolutely. Friday for you in 6 minutes. Okay, I got you. Pizza delivery, no. My dad actually came by. He's on his way to work, so he just came by. So yeah, he dropped something off. Little House on the Prairie character, but I'm sure Pennsylvania in my typed abbreviation. That's so funny. That's so funny. But y'all, we're gonna be coming up on the end here in just a minute. Thanks, Syntrax. I appreciate it. Should be editing a video. What kind of video are we editing? If I pull back up here. There we go. Kind of a cool thing to donate to. We did. He's retired, but he does he works for a spraying company, chemical company, essentially, and he drives like a big rig for him. They pay him so nice just to do something, gives them something to do at the end of the day. For a lot of the retired people who actually end up working, it's really nice. Looking at, oh, you're in Joplin? No way, I'm up in Kansas City. This is the Star of Vega. The Star of Vega. This is our baseline star. It's over in the constellation Lyra. If you ever heard the Ring Nebula, it's really close to the Ring Nebula. Less is more. Sometimes true. Sometimes true. Sometimes true. Sometimes true. Haven't so much trouble. Tempted to scrap the whole thing. No, don't do that. Sometimes walk away. Come back to it. Yeah, nice. The Ring Nebula is so gorgeous. One of my favorite planetary nebulas is going to be the Ring Nebula. It's so well defined. All connected by the universe and the internet. That's funny. Alright, y'all. I think I'm ready to jump. I'm going to go tick my son off. It's always fun to wake up your boy, right? His birthday's going to be coming up here sooner than later, so he's got to get used to it. Go in there and shake his bed a little bit. And jump on it for him. Let him see how it feels when I do it to him rather than him doing it to me, because, man, he wakes me up anytime I'm asleep. My goodness, you guys got a kid, you know what I'm saying. He does not let me sleep at all. And if I even buy beef jerky sticks, I have none left because he has to eat them all. Or at least hide them. I'm pretty sure he hides them. I bought a box of beef jerky sticks. It had like 28. I know he ain't eating no 28 beef jerky sticks, but I sure did have 0. You got 2. Or a cat. Yeah. It's crazy. It's super crazy. If you guys want to jump into Discord with us, Tank, I'm not sure why it wasn't working for you. If you guys want to jump in Discord with us, feel free to do so. We'll throw that into chat here in just a minute. Let's see if I can get it pulled up. There'll be a link to the Discord. You can feel free to jump in with us. It's pretty fun. Good way to know like when we're going to go live and stuff. And we're going to have some other things coming up. We'll probably do some trivia here soon. We tested out the trivia system and it worked pretty well. $3, young as 30. Wow. They probably don't wake you up as much anymore. 9-year-old will talk to females. Are you serious? That's so funny. That is super funny. You got locked down by your own kid. That's so funny. Have an amazing day, y'all. A Thursday, not a Friday. I wish it's Friday for you. Everyone's on purpose. Wouldn't care for mom talks to the guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all left, thankfully. That's your apartment. I got you. I think there's water in the sky. Yeah, it's called atmosphere. We have a lot of water in the sky in the atmosphere. That's why it rains. Kind of makes sense. It does rain. Make a fabulous day for sure. Clear skies to y'all. Keep looking out. We're in the Midwest. Be weather aware, obviously, today as we make our progress through today, through the night. 10-9-year-old and a 9-year-old. That's crazy. Clear skies. And we shall see you soon. Be kind. Learn to be kind. Don't fall for crazy crap. You know, we had a president said it great at one point. Trust but verify. I think that's a wonderful idea. Have an amazing day, though. Clear skies. See y'all soon.